Well, welcome back to my shop. For those of you who were just watching the live stream that I just started, I am sorry for that. Apparently, I'm having technical difficulties. The HDMI adapt the computers to the computer apparently is dead, or something is wrong with it, and it is not feeding audio, and now it's not feeding video either. So I'm sending this to say I'm sorry. But apparently I'm not going to be doing it live tonight because, well, other than this, because I can do this on my phone. I just won't be able to do the joinery project. So I figured I'd take a minute and answer a few questions if any of you had anything particular. But that being said, I don't know when I'm going to be able to get that back up and going, so live videos might not be happening for a little while until I get that purchase new those. And I might take this as a time to save up some money and actually, you guys can hear me, right? I might take this as a time to save up some money and actually get slightly better equipment, as what I have is adequate, but apparently it's not trustworthy. What I would like to get is probably about $1,500 or so, and I think I can swing that here soon, and that will actually allow me to do a third camera and have a much better audio system. And being able to switch back and forth between them better. So I may end up looking at getting that. So we'll see. So if any of you have any ideas on that or any particular questions you want me to answer tonight, I'd love to hear those. Yeah, we'll probably be getting back to the joinery window when I get the cameras up and running again. So I don't know what is wrong with it. Well, I think I know what's wrong. I'm pretty sure it's the HDMI adapter, but oh well. So I figured I'd put this up to say sorry, and yeah. But hey, let's take this a moment and actually show you what's going on in the shop, because I've had a lot of people asking me about the table. Let me switch this. And here is the table I have going on. And I have it all flipped over, so this is the bottom side of the table. And you can see the blue epoxy that I have on here. This actually, the spot of the leak was like right here, and everything dumped out, and you can see all the epoxy running along that side where it wasn't taped. And so the epoxy came out right there. Where do you get your aprons? This is from Loftbrook, and I actually have a link in the description. Probably not the link in the description of this video, but most all my other videos, there's a link down there with my aprons wrap. What tools from around the world, not the glue, have you wanted to try? Well, lots of different tools, but I can't think of anything particular right now. Let's see. The epoxy texture at the bottom. Yes, there. So, yeah, I haven't gotten to this in a while because my wife and I have been volunteering at a camp, and we have been gone for a good chunk of the last 3 weeks. So hopefully this month I'm going to be getting back to this, and I'm going to start pulling out. Let's see, I have these down here. I have 3 slabs of elm right here that are about 20 inches wide, about 11 foot long, 2 inches thick, and that will become the trestle base for the table. And I'm not going to be flattening this out. I'm actually going to leave it rough. I'm going to leave the epoxy swirl in here, except for where the base needs to touch. I'm going to have flat spots where it will connect. And I'm really looking forward to doing that. So hopefully I'm going to have this completely done by the end of July. That is my big goal. So that should be fun. Oh, check these out. And I have to give a huge shout out to Burley Woodworks. He's actually like a 15-year-old, I think he's 15 or 16. He does metalworking, woodworking, and some other things in there. Really cool channel. I like his stuff, but he does some amazing blacksmithing woodworking. And so he just sent me these Damascus steels. So this will be a carving or whittling knife I'm going to make a handle for. But this is absolutely gorgeous. How you... this is actually a dovetail chisel, so you can see how it's flared down here, so you can get into the corners of like a half-blind dovetail. And then he knolled out the back, but the pattern on this is just gorgeous. I am so looking forward to putting a handle on this. Yeah, he also sent me this key tag that he made. But these are just going to be this. I'm really looking forward to putting a handle on that. I'm going to put the the live oak, the swirling grain from this live oak. I think would make a fantastic handle. So you got to go check out Burley Woodworks. He has a YouTube channel and does some really, really cool things. Find me on YouTube, Instagram. Yeah, but he has several other good videos on there. I had a question about how am I going to keep them flat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten out one spot, and then I'm going to flatten out another spot and use winding sticks between those two spots, because there's basically going to be 3 rails. There's going to be a rail here, a rail running across the center, and a rail down there. And all I have to do is put a winding stick on each of those rail locations and flatten out just that spot. And then smooth this out so that there aren't any rough spots. So if you put your hand underneath, you still feel this weird epoxy swirl. So this you'll still see this if you get on the floor and look underneath. I'll finish it. In other words, I'll put finish on here. But this will I want to keep this texture. I'm going to be using a draw knife and spoke shave to clean this out and make this look a little more like a live edge. So this will be the big goal for July. I might get to putting these in July. We'll see about that. Let's see what other things I have going on. Oh, the breadboard. I haven't made a hanger for this to go up in the kitchen, but my wife thinks she actually wants it, so we'll put it up there. Do you ever think your adventure in woodworking would take you to where you are now? No. I mean, if you asked me a few years ago, would you be doing this? I'd be like, crazy. My undergrad's in biblical counseling. My master's is in technical theater. I became a stay-at-home dad, and now I teach hand tool woodworking online. So world is a different place. Let's see. That's a truckload of epoxy. Yeah, it's actually it was about 5 gallons of epoxy total, including the spilled epoxy. But I'm really liking it, especially when I don't know if I can see this from underneath. It's just absolutely crystal clear. You can look up through this, and that's what it looks like from underneath. That's what the tabletop will actually look like, and that is just makes me happy. Let's see. Oh yeah, and this edge here is kind of cool. You can see I had to pour this in multiple layers here, and I used a different epoxy. It actually ends up with more bubbles. But I really kind of like this. So you can see I had a pour here, another one there, and then the last one. Because I ran out of the easy epoxy, so I had to use something that poured a little bit thicker. But I mean, this table is just going to be absolutely ridiculously cool once it's all done. Yeah, I am thinking about putting LEDs, because there's like this track that runs back in here, and you only see back about this far. But if I drill a hole like here and put a little LED in there, and so it lights up this whole thing from inside back in this corner. So from the tabletop, it actually looks like you're looking back into a cave that goes back into the wood. Sorry, reading a few comments. Yes, hot snot. If something really goes well, I say it's slicker than snot on a doorknob. Let's see, what else do we have going on in the shop? Oh, yes. I don't know if I've shown you this. I mean, I got the table for this. So I'm going to be cleaning this up and restoring it. I want to build the flywheel soon for this. But this will come after the table. This will probably be August. We'll see how that goes. And my clamps are all over the place because I was working on a project for the camp. So, I mean, my shop is just a total mess at the moment. But, yeah, such is life. Especially this area here. This is just like, and then I've got no space because the table takes it all up. But, yeah. Unless any of you have any particular questions, I'll probably wrap this up because no one really wants me to ramble other than I want to say sorry for not having the regular live tonight. Really hoping I figure out what's wrong with this and fix the problems. Buy the equipment I need for this. It's amazing how much equipment you need to be a solid YouTube channel now. It gets incredibly expensive. But yeah, I'll probably be getting the equipment to feed this, maybe a mixer. We'll see if I jump the money to get all of that. But I don't know. We will see. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to say. Unless there's any particular questions that you guys have. Sorry, I was reading comments. Yeah, I think I'm going to wrap this up. So, Oh my, I have another. Ah, I didn't realize that. I was running out of shop towels, so I bought a whole nother package, which is over there by the door. And then I just realized, wait a second, I got a whole nother box up here. And one of those usually lasts me a year or so. So I've got more shop towels than I need. I want to know if you actually took an edge to the table, an edge to the blade you sent me. No, I did not sharpen the blade I sent you. It felt like it had a burr on it, but no, I did not sharpen it. Yes, I'll have a shop towel giveaway. And there were 3 people who won the aprons for the Father's Day giveaway, and I put those in the mail today. Except for, I put 2 of them in the mail. I'm still waiting for the response from one of them. So if they don't respond to me soon, then I'm going to send it to someone else. So we'll see. What's the thinnest card scraper you've ever used? I don't know, actually. I'm not a huge fan of really thin card scrapers. I mean, I've used some that are really, really flexible, but I'm not. I don't know. They just don't. They don't appeal to me as much. I wanted to have a little bit of stiffness to them, so I really like about the 35. That's about what I like. So cool. Thinking about doing it. So this has been fun. Sorry we weren't able to get to the joinery window, but hopefully soon. So until next time, see you later. Oop, gotta hit the right button. Let's try that button.